Hello friends, today I have for you a love letter to the RPGs of yesteryear called Sea of Stars. I spent almost right at the 27-hour mark in Sea of Stars, but there's plenty of side content available to you, and you could probably spend 50 if you wanted to, but these days I just don't have that kind of time. Jumping into the story, you have a tale of two young Solstice warriors born to fight off evil in the lands. They set out on a quest that all Solstice warriors do, except they have Garl. Garl cooks. There are some twists and turns along the way. You meet some new companions, gain some cool abilities, and fight to protect your homeland. There is death. There is betrayal, but I will let you experience all that on your own. Now, if you love old school turn-based RPGs, you are bound to love this game. Its closest resemblance, I hear, is Chrono Trigger, but it shares its DNA with games like Final Fantasy as well, and it truly just feels like a love letter to the genre. Like I said, the combat is turn-based, but they added a little spice as you can time blocks to take a little damage off, and you can time your own attacks to do critical strikes. Neither of those things are necessary, but nice to feel a little more engaged in the combat. One of my favorite things in combat is being able to swap out characters on the fly without it taking a turn. In most turn-based games, if you even have the ability to swap in combat, it usually takes your turn. But in a lot of the older games like this, you could only swap at save points, and I appreciate the modern approach. Everyone in your party has their own special abilities and combo abilities with one another that rely on a meter. Enemies will get these locks above their heads when charging a special attack, and you have the chance to break these locks, which interrupts the attack. If you can't manage to break all of them, it often lowers the attack power of the move, so it is always worth it to try and get rid of as many of those locks as you can by performing the correct type of move. Another modern approach here is that allies who are downed in combat will come back to life with some health after a few turns, which is great because you don't unlock any revive items till deeper in the game. Outside of the combat, the map traversal is very cool with gadgets assisting you later on and puzzles to solve along the way. Plenty of save points and camps to rest and cook at as well. I really gotta say that the people that made this game love old school RPGs, and it truly shines through. It was obvious to me the whole time that so much care was put into this game, and I deeply appreciate that. Our young characters go through quite a bit along their journey and experience pain and loss as well as joy and victory, and it was quite a pull on the heartstrings. The game is visually very beautiful pixel graphics, which I love, and every now and then you get these stunning, what appear to be hand-drawn cutscenes, and these things are a treat as well. The levels are designed to make you feel like you're exploring, but not lost, if that makes sense. Sometimes RPGs and open world games can be overwhelming, but they did a great job of it feeling open and explorable, but not overwhelming and easy to navigate, which I imagine is a job all on its own. Sound design is fantastic, music is very chill, sound effects are great. Honestly, if you can't tell at this point, I love every aspect of this game. Now, if you are someone who does not like old school style RPGs at all, this may not be your thing. But for those of us that do, this game is an absolute gem. Even if you're not into the old turn-based games from the 90s, there are so many quality of life updates in this game that deal with all of the annoying aspects of those titles, so I would suggest giving it a try anyways. With a price tag of only $34.99, it's really hard to go wrong. That's all I've got for today though. If you enjoyed this video, there are many more like it on my channel, as well as daily shorts uploads focusing mainly on VR and indie titles. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.